Hi everyone, it's Robin. Welcome to another processing video. This one is titled Let Me Try. This was for daughter Rachel and Carlton way back. So I just love making this layout. I hope you guys like it. It's a very small picture. It's probably like 2.5 by 3.5, and I couldn't find the other copy. This was way back when every picture I took anywhere from 2 to 3 of the same picture. I developed 2 to 3 of the same one, and I must have it somewhere else. I don't know. I couldn't find it, so I just found this one that was cropped down, and I just really wanted to use it. The story is really cute, and I just wanted to get it down on paper and share it with you guys. This boy paper is all about a boy, I think it was. And I don't know if all of it's the same collection. Yep, that is too. I got it in the fall. Oh, this one's called Scoot. And that is too by Echo Park Paper. So I guess I used 2 collections together. Yeah, I did. All About a Boy and Scoot. Both by Echo Park, but that's probably why they went so well together. The sticker sheet and then some red cardstock. I do not have a sketch to work with. I usually don't. I really keep saying I'm going to pull out a sketch and follow one. But I don't know if I would actually still follow it. It'd probably make my life a lot easier, but I love the process of just coming up with my own thing. I don't know. I'm looking through some snippets. I think I was looking for anything red or blue. I'm using primary colors, which I don't really use a lot of, and so that was kind of nice to see. I wanted to use some of these Studio Calico frames I've had since this summer. I haven't really been using these very well. I pull out the ones they have 3 stars, and I put it over a photo overlay, and I believe this one is by Crepe Paper DIY collection. Just trying to do something a little different. And what I end up doing with this, I really like a lot. I layer this over my journaling, and it's just, I don't even know what made me come up with that, to be honest with you. I was just in a mood. This was the second page I had scrapbooked, so I guess I was just warmed up, kind of ready to go. I did fiddle with this one a bit, but I really like the way it turned out at the end. I love this denim paper, and I showed you a close-up of it earlier. And I love it so much because Carlton's in his little Oshkosh Bagosh overalls, which I still have. I still have that whole outfit. And moving around, being in the military for so long and moving around so much, we couldn't keep everything, but there were certain, little outfits I just could not get rid of. And I will put his son in them one day. Even if he has girls, I will put them in their daddy's overalls, just because they were so doggone cute. The story to this picture, Carlton was a newborn, and we were living in Virginia at Langley Air Force Base. We were living off base, but my mother-in-law was there, and she had stayed for a few weeks, and then when she left, my mom would come. So I had a little bit of help because we didn't have family around us and everything, and so he was my third, and Shelby, my redhead, she was not quite 2. Rachel was not quite 4 here. And Shelby was quite the handful then when she was a toddler. And so my mom and my mother-in-law, of course, wanted to come see the new baby too and see both of the girls. But, they knew Shelby would probably be a little bit of a handful. Now she's my biggest help. But so anyway, Carlton's a newborn, and this particular day, it was late afternoon, he was extremely fussy. Daddy couldn't calm him down, Mama couldn't calm him down, and Grammy, of all people, couldn't calm him down. Usually they would all just hush for her, you know. And Rachel, this whole time, it was a couple of hours, I kid you not, I know he had like gas pains and uh, I don't know, but Rachel said, let me try, let me try. And I'm like, honey, because, you know, Rachel's like his other mother. She's Mother Hen. And, you know, I kept saying, Rachel, honey, you know, he's brand new and he's just not feeling good. And, you know, he's heavy and you're little and, you know, but thank you. And she'd crinkle her little nose and she's like, let me try. Well, after about 45 minutes, my mother-in-law's like, let her try. And so I said, fine, Rachel, go get a pillow and we'll prop you up on the couch. And if that little boy, the minute I laid him on her, within 2 minutes, he was sleeping. And all she did, I laid him, his chest on hers, as you can see, and she just kind of patted his hiney with her hand. I guess she saw us do that, but she just kind of rocked back and forth, and she said, there you go, Bubby. It's all better now. And if that little boy did not quit crying, and we were just amazed. And she sat there for a good hour and let him sleep. And she didn't move a flinch and loved every second of it. And I was like, oh my gosh. We should have done this an hour ago. Uh-oh, I got tangled up here. But it's just the cutest story, and as frustrated as I was, I'm so glad I thought to take a picture. And you could just see it in her face, too. I'll show you close-ups later. She was kind of like, see, I told you. The expression on her face was, I told you I could do it. And, yeah, she's very intuitive little thing. When I found out I was pregnant with Carlton, I had taken fertility medication to have both Rachel and Shelby. And, you know, it's high chance of having girls. And so I got pregnant with Carlton and I wasn't taking anything. My body just decided to work, I guess. And so I was a little in shock over that. And she's like, we told the girls that they were going to have a sibling. And Rachel's like, it's my brother. And I'm like, I don't know, Rachel, it's probably going to be another girl, you know. And she's like, nope, it's my brother. I'm having a brother. And I'm like, I don't know. She insisted. So, you know, weeks later, when I got to have my ultrasound, I came out of the room and the tech had said, you know, I can't really say, but I would bet my paycheck that this is a boy. And I'm like, really? And he goes, not that my paycheck, but I would bet my paycheck that this is a boy. And so I come out, and Eric's walking up and down the hall. He has one girl in each hand, and they're strolling, and he sees me come out, and he's like, well, could they tell? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, another girl? And I said, no. And Rachel stomped her foot. She goes, I told you so. I'm having a brother. And I'm like, well, Rachel, I said, I know. I said, you did tell me that. I said, but we don't know for sure. We need to wait and see. And then sure enough, when he was born, she was just so doggone proud of herself that she was right and we were wrong. And I should listen to her a little more often, I guess. But yeah, it was a good times, good stories. Inking up my edges here. I decided to use my background paper, the chevron, sideways instead of up and down, just to do a little something different. And I like it. I love this number paper. I was really debating when I was putting the papers together which one to use as my background, the chevron or the number paper. It was really hard to decide, but I ended up doing this. I apologize. When I listen back to my videos sometimes, I'm using my husband's headset and it's doing some squeaky stuff, and I don't know what's going on with that, if it's me moving while I'm talking or what, I don't know, but it does quit. So, you know, just stick with me and I'll be getting my own headset soon. But at least you can see what I'm doing. And so with this boy clip out here, I decide I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm going to cut the bottom half of it I'm not cutting it out, I'm just cutting along the bottom half so that I can fit that frame and overlay over top of the journaling just for something different. And it turned out really, really cute. I like it a lot. I just have my cutting mat there from Close to Heart. You'll see that quite a bit. One side is, where I can cut on it, and it's very sturdy, and then the other side is kind of foamy, so I can use it as a good support when I'm stamping. It gives enough cushion to get a good stamp. I've had that for quite a few years, but sometimes you need a surface with a little bit of give to get a good stamp image, not necessarily a hard surface like you would think. And I don't know why that is, but it works for me. So I'm just testing this out. And I end up backing those, the very bottom of it with some dark blue paper so those stars show up a little bit more, pop a little bit more. And I decided to use some strips. I know I probably won't use this paper a ton, so I want to really use what I can. I think I pull out 3 strips. I think I pull out a green, and I did this last week. You think I could remember? With all the studying I do, I don't remember. We'll see in a minute. Oh, I guess it's just a little multicolored. And here's where I just start fiddling a little bit, but I do cut it out eventually. At first I thought I would go with a diagonal. I kind of dug that. Gonna cut right on the layout. Oh, I'm brave. Or I'm just making little snippets. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm just making little snippets so I know where I want to cut it. Who knows what I'm thinking? Probably thinking I'm hungry and I need to make the family dinner, but that's probably what I'm thinking. I don't know. I've really enjoyed scrapping some of these pictures of the kids when they were younger. I've been doing a lot of the now pictures, so I really enjoy going back. And so this will be another March challenge. Oh wait, no. This was still this will be, I guess, under the February challenge for Nicole, using a picture 5 years old, at least 5 years old or older. So these products are fairly new to me, so kind of having fun playing with those. Getting ready for my title. I never forgot her saying, "Let me try, just let me try." So I just knew what the title was going to be as soon as I came across this picture. I guess I was just afraid from then on out that she would try and, well, not so much Rachel. Rachel knew not to pick them up out of anything, without us, but Shelby also wanted to try anything Rachel, did, she wanted to do, so I was really afraid she would just pick them up, and she did try a few times. But he's a pretty tough kid, so things turned out okay. These alphas are all different colors, so I thought that was kind of fun, and it really correlates well with both the chevron and the number paper here. And I love that red. I primarily pulled that out because of his shirt he was wearing, his onesie. And I'm thinking, I guess I'm going off to the side because I'm going to do a cluster. I've been putting my titles off to the sides of my pictures, so I knew I wanted to put this one somewhere different. So I'm deciding to put it on the bottom. I'm going to staple with my tiny attacher. The kids really like to look back at these pictures and, you know, put them on their Instagram and Facebooks for Throwback Thursdays or Throwback Tuesdays, I'm sorry. And they're lots of fun. When Eric comes down to this scrap room to see what I'm up to or whatever, he'll go through all the pictures too. And he's like, he'll every 2 seconds, look at this one, which I love to look at him, but I'm trying to scrapbook too. But he's like, oh, look at how much they've grown. I'm like, I know. I don't know where time goes, but it goes. Oh, here I did something a little different with the strips, and I think that this is how it stays. I'm trying to remember, but I really wish I would have done some stitching on this one, on the jean part of it. Doing a little bit of journaling. At the end, when I hold it up, you'll be able to see what it says. I'm just telling the story that I shared with you guys, just a little shorter version. She'll want a copy of this for her scrapbook too, so I'll have to make another one. Actually, he'll probably want one too, so I'll have to make 2 more. But you know, once you do the first one, the duplicates are, you know, so much easier to make. And because I have an album for Eric and I, and then I have one for each of the kids, and so many times I'll print off pictures in 3s or 4s depending on who's in the photo, and you know, I'll make one layout for myself and then make a couple more for them, and you know, they'll get them once they're out of college and school, and you know, they're settled a little bit, and because things happen and you move, and I know that they'll really enjoy having them. And they love to look at them. They pull them out all the time, especially when their friends are over. So that makes me feel good. I think I just felt I needed to break up. That tag must have been getting lost, so I put it on a darker blue to give it a little depth, and I like that. And I think I'm going to put these pictures on a little lopsided, and I like that. I had no rhyme or reason when I was cutting the red and cutting the number paper. I just started cutting, and I was going to use the smaller block initially, and then when I realized I wanted to, this picture was so small I felt it needed something with it, so that's why I chose the block, the journaling block with that cutout, and I think it worked out well as a good partner for it. Inking all the edges and getting ready to put everything down. I decided to center them all. I'm an eyeballer for the most part. I do okay that way. I don't know. It's not perfection, but for me it works. So it's all good. Guess I'm just debating on how far up and down I want to put this, up or down. I better drink some more coffee. It's getting late and I'm getting tired. I still have 2 more videos to voice over. I think that tag up top says something about these are the sweetest moments or something like that. And I thought that to be true. Oh, my coffee's getting cold. That's not good. One of my dogs is laying next to me. I don't know if you can hear him snoring. I have 3 dogs, and Daytona's the biggest one of them, and he's an old boy. He's in one of the pictures, or one of the videos I'm going to be voicing over. He and Carlton. We got Daytona when Carlton was like 6, and they're best buddies, but he can snore. Hopefully y'all can't hear it too. Too bad. Okay, so I guess I'm just deciding to center the title. I'm going to ink those edges a little bit. And I'm going to use that strip down below as a grounding point. And I really like the staples. It's kind of, even though Rachel's in the picture, I don't know, I think it just kind of adds a little masculine feel to it. I tend to do, and I don't know why. I guess I just have more papers and more pictures. Well, not more pictures. I have a lot of pictures of Carlton too, but I don't know. He's not so into letting me photograph him much anymore. I really kind of have to sneak a picture or, steal it off of his Facebook or Instagram or something. But boy, when he was little, he loved to have his picture taken. And so I had already scrapped a lot of him when he was younger. So there's not quite as much to scrap now that he's older, and that's just bad. I just need to tell him to deal and give me some pictures because I'm his mother. But he really does like to look at them. So I'm like, you like it when I scrapbook, He's I'm like, you like it, you do. You should let me do it. Let me take some pictures of you so I have something to scrapbook. I do it for Mom. So he's a good kid. I guess when it's not their idea, they don't want to do it. But I noticed this pennant sticker on there, and it says "You win," and I had to put that on this page because I was like, okay, Rachel, you win. You can try. We were all just tired, and she won within minutes. Unbelievable. I bought these flare at Michael's. They were on clearance for like 79 cents for the package this last summer, and I've yet to use any of them. So I said, you know what, I really want to use them. I think I pull out a red one from another package too. I could be wrong. I could be getting my layouts mixed up. And I use that little tab from Smash. And I'm just outlining little bits of this boy. Oh, that oval. That's what I'm doing. Helping it stand out a little bit. Adding some embellishments now. I don't know if those blue hearts make it on. Maybe they do. I didn't think they did. Some chipboard cameras. Oh yeah, there's the red flare. I had already laid it down. It has kind of a bandana look to it. Slightly, not overly, but from far away it reminds me of that, so kind of felt country to me. I can't remember if I put that U-Rock wood veneer voice bubble, speech bubble on there or not. because I feel that those strips need to be separated a little bit. So I'll just do that real quick and outline that denim. It did need it, and it looks really good done. We are just about finished with this page. It's so bright and so, boy, I love it. Love it, love it. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out with that picture being so small, but it turned out just fine, I think. Still fussing with these embellishments. And for the life of me, I can't decide what I did. So I guess we'll find out in a moment. Going to do some stamping, it looks like. Blue distressed ink. Thankful, I think it says, or thanks. I didn't want it to show up a lot, so I think I try and go over it here. With brown. I like the way it looks. I think I stamp it one more time. Yep. That fit perfect right there. I'm really trying to incorporate more stamping into my layouts. Oh, I just showed what it said and I didn't catch it. I use a little bit of this overlay and I lay it at the bottom over that, the thoughtful, or whatever that says right there. So it kind of frames it out. Trim it up a little bit. I'm really glad I'm using these. I bought like 2 or 3 packages this summer, and I'm just so pleased I'm getting use out of them. I think I've actually only put them over a photograph once, maybe twice. It was a beach page of my daughter's, I know for sure. And then the rest of the time, I think I just, I'm using it as embellishments instead of to put over pictures. I like how that breaks up that white and that blue. Let's see, we must be getting ready to mist here. Oh, I already did mist. Okay, so now we're gonna do the close-ups. There she is, like I told you. Details, that's what that says. And thankful is with the stamp. Carlton was so fussy this afternoon, no one could get him settled down. He kept asking us to let her try. We put her off, but we finally let her try, and he instantly settled. Just took a 4-year-old. Go figure. A little bit of ink got on my letters, but that's okay. I don't mind. Well, thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you get inspired to dig out some old pictures, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.